with us every week. Steve talking about what he smashed. He needs to be smashing his phone because I ain't heard him give a hot point since we've been starting. But let's go ahead, man. I want to go ahead. But before we do, I want to go ahead and say, how y'all doing today, man? Steve, Nicole, man, how y'all doing, man? Y'all good? Y'all good?
Man,
Y'all good?
great, man. Can you make sure you host good today?
Oh, man, you already know. I always come with the right stuff. But before we get into it, man, I want to go ahead and shout out my son, man. This is his birthday today. You know what I'm saying? He turned 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the Woody on the back, man. I'm his dad. He buzz. That's my guy, man. I got to go ahead and shout out to my son, man. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the first topic, man. 76ers are on a 4-game losing streak. After playing these elite teams, should we be concerned?
Man, listen, man. Of course. First off, they just lost today to the Milwaukee Bucks. With Giannis, man. And I think Ben ain't really played, did he? I don't think he played no game. Okay, he ain't played. But that's beyond the point, man. In the beginning of this season, we were looking at the Sixers as the front runner. Even before Harden made his transition to Brooklyn, we were looking at Philly as one of the best teams in the league. And so when you go in a drought like this, I'm not saying, good teams don't go in droughts. We know that. Good teams have droughts all the time. But it's right before the playoffs. This is supposed to be the time where they, buckling down, they getting everything situated so they can go into the playoffs right. You don't want to enter into the playoffs and you got to lose a record within your last 20 games. That's my thing. That's my concern, with them. Embiid's having a great MVP type year. Ben Simmons, he has improved from previous years. He's doing pretty good this year. He's had a great year, a great defender. They have great pieces. With Curry now. So they got some cats. But I'm saying, I feel like Philly need to buckle down. We going into the playoffs. And I just think that if you're going into the playoffs and you're going against somebody like Brooklyn, who we haven't seen them play together like that yet. But Brooklyn has 3 of the best players in the game. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. So when you're going into the playoffs and you're going against Harden, you're going against Kyrie, you're going against KD, you got to be right. Giannis haven't showed us nothing within the last 2 years in the playoffs, but you still don't want to just go up against Milwaukee because at any given moment, you know what I'm saying, they got players that can step up. And that's my thing. I just feel like they got to buckle down. This is a serious moment at the end of the year. This is when everybody is buckling down. And another thing is you got these teams that's going to play in that play-in tournament who going to already be hot. And they going to come into in the first and second round kind of having a groove. So, man, Philly got to step it up.
Mm-hmm. Go.
I don't like it, but I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like their struggles, but I'm not necessarily worried about it. They are playing without Ben Simmons. I feel like we give any other team a pass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When they're not playing without one of their 2 best players. Embiid's play, to me, it declined just a little bit over these last 4 games, but nothing much where I would be concerned about it. I just feel like they kind of hit in their little rough patch because even when Embiid was out, they ain't hit that rough patch. You know what I'm saying? Where they was missing games. Sure. And then it was a point in the season where Milwaukee was like on a 6 or a 7-game losing streak. Yep. And they had Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wasn't concerned. I feel like it just might be their time where they just going through they little kinks or whatever. I still feel like they're going to be ready come playoff time. I'm not sure if they necessarily wanted to give up that number 1 seed, you know what I'm saying, to the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are the number 1 seed right now in the East. So if they can hold on to that, I know they'll be happy. They still trying to work their chemistry out and get all their pieces together, but I don't like the 4-game losing streak. I definitely don't like, I would say I don't like the teams that they losing to because they elite teams. And it's like, this who you gonna see, you know what I'm saying, down the road. So I don't necessarily like, you know what I'm saying, the 4-game losing streak, but I'm not worried about it.
Because I'm looking at they last 4 games. I mean, you got the Warriors. You got the, who's trying to get their way into the playoffs.
They've been hot.
Yeah, they've been hot. Steph looking good. Other players stepping up over there in Golden State. They got Phoenix, who they barely lost to, Devin Booker and them. They looking as one of the best teams in the league right now.
Right.
So to lose to Phoenix, you talking about people that you might run into in the championship.
Yeah.
And then they lost to Milwaukee back-to-back. And this is a team that, if push comes to shove, you might see them in the conference finals. Mm-hmm. I know that's going against who you got in the conference finals. Shawn Teasy, but they might see Milwaukee. We don't know, so they gotta be ready, man. That's just my concern. I do think they good though. I think Philly's straight. You know, I think it's gonna be them, and I think it's gonna be Brooklyn. But at the end of the day, they gotta buckle down, Sean. That's my
I kind of disagree, man. You should definitely be concerned right now if I'm a Philly fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Just you got to think about how it is. I get what you said. I got you. I agree with your points. But my thing is, when you think about Philly and what they can be able to come to the table with during playoff time, like Doc Rivers, he's good. This is what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? He's good at these point of times and these pivotal moments in the regular season. Yeah. He still got to show it in the playoffs. But granted, you know what I'm saying. He's good. Okay, he's still a champion at the end of the day. So you still got to give him respect. He earned his stripes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to what Philly's doing, I'm a be concerned because I agree with you also, Nicole, because even what you talked about with him coming back, you know what I'm saying? He has been averaging 30 though. Yeah. But it's still in playoff times, can you really count on it? You know what I'm saying? Right. Is he really gonna be
And he was just super dominant. You know? I mean, he's still dominant, but it's just the fact that, and I definitely understand that they not playing with Ben Simmons. That's the only reason why I'm not really putting that much stock into it. Now, if their whole team was together and then y'all just losing, I get it. I do not like the back-to-back losses to the Bucks.
I don't like that.
Not back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just played them, and not even that. They got blew out.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
No, they got blew out. So, yeah.
And yeah, man, I just think it's only because of the last 20 games that that's my concern. Because man, it's just like how you go into the playoffs is kind of how we picture you gonna look in the playoffs. Yeah. You know, we gotta go off how you playing right now, and that's my thing. Now, if you talking the beginning of the season, then that's different. They were balling, but as of right now, man, I don't know.
Well, even when they all were united together, all on the same accord, everybody was here, they were the number one seed. So with Ben Simmons coming back, you know, y'all still feel like, is that going to be enough? Like, even with him being healthy, even, like, how is he going to come back health-wise? You know, because he's out, I believe, because of ankle or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So is that going to affect them moving forward? Because when he was healthy, they number one.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, man. But Ben plays a specific role for that team, you know, because he's an orchestrator. But I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so for real. I feel like they be straight.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good.
Yeah.
So what round would y'all give them?
I'm giving them the conference finals.
I'm taking them conference finals.
I'm taking them to the conference. Yeah.
You scared that they gonna beat Brooklyn?
I mean, no. I would prefer Milwaukee in the conference before I say Philly. No. I don't.
You want a cakewalk?
Oh, you want a cakewalk?
Milwaukee.
Because it's easy to get rid of Giannis. Build that wall. He can't shoot. We seen Giannis choke the next.
I'm telling y'all right now, the Bucks team a little bit different this year.
Man.
I'm telling y'all.
They were different last year.
Put respect on their name.
Come on, man.
They were the best team last year.
But I'm talking about their pieces are a little bit different.
Cause they what they got?
They got PJ
Their
Tucker.
pieces are better.
He's playing different. They got rid of Eric Bledsoe, who was just in the way.
That was smart.
Yeah, he was in the way. And Middleton been balling.
Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
All right, man. Go ahead. Next topic, man.
Let me go. I mean,
he ain't consistent.
Move, man.
But go ahead.
Go
ahead, man.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on, man. Now, I want to go ahead and get into this next topic. Denver Nuggets. We all know, you know, about Jamal Murray, man. He's that guy, especially in pivotal moments as far as the playoffs. We seen what he did last year, 3-1. You know what I'm saying? Twice coming back from 3-1. You know, and so this time around, they're not gonna have him. They're not gonna have him. And so, but since they have been without him, they're actually 5-1. So how does 5-1?
5-2.
5-2. Who did they lose?
They lost to the Warriors twice.
I mean, but I wasn't gonna count the game that they lost. I mean, because he played that game. I said,
you're talking about? You're saying because he went out in that game. Okay,
exactly.
I got you.
So yeah, let me finish hosting, man. My bad. So 5-1. So and they play in Houston tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 6-1. Now 6-1. Now,
You
Will
just gonna
Barton
count that
also. Yes, come on now. It's Houston. Stop it. It's 6-1.
What?
I'm gonna say 6-1.
You got them on the money line tonight.
No, what? Why is it always a parlay bet with you, man? I'm not making no bets. I don't ever bet. All right, now Will Barton is out too, man. What are y'all thoughts about this Denver team?
You want to take it? You think they done?
They do.
Wow.
They do. Like, I mean, it's a first round bounce. They do. Like, I just don't see it. Like, yes, I know that they have Aaron Gordon. Of course, you can't discount what the Joker brings to the table. You know, he is a very, very, very good and elite big.
For sure.
Any other big going up against him, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get him trouble. I just don't feel like they. Now it's like, okay, y'all was already down Jamal Murray. Now Will Barton, no telling, you know, what's going on with that situation. But like you said, just going into the playoffs, you kind of want that continuity on your team. Everybody playing, that chemistry. These injuries is really hitting these teams, like, and it's gonna be a problem. Like, I really do see a first round bounce specifically if they go against the Lakers in the first round.
Of course.
No, because that's how it's looking right now. Like you told me last week. Remember that?
I know. I agree with you.
If they go against the Lakers in the first round, like they definitely don't got nothing coming. I'm gonna tell y'all that now.
I mean, my thing is with this, man. Of course, they need Jamal, and Will Barton is one of them pieces that you want on your team.
You do.
You know, because he fulfills this certain role. You know what I'm saying? He can do certain things. So Will Barton is a key piece that they needed last year. That was our thing last year. Denver could have been a bigger matchup against, the Lakers as well. You know, let alone what they did to Utah and the Clippers. So Will Barton is a key piece, and I hate the fact that he's down because I want to see them healthy. I want to see every team healthy at full strength. Who the best? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Who really the best? Healthy and at full strength. It ain't no injuries and stuff like that. So for them to not have Jamal, of course we scared. You know, if you a Denver fan at this moment, you nervous because how Jamal performed in the last play, and the year before that. You know, it wasn't as crazy the year before that, but it was good. How he performs, man, you need that. And to build around Jokic like that. Jokic is a facilitator. To have him dumping it out to Jamal, that's great. So it's messing up their style of play to not have Jamal. You know, they got rid of people like Gary Harris, who wasn't really balling for real, but they got rid of a couple pieces to bring in some good pieces, such as your boy Aaron Gordon. You know, they got a couple nice little pills. But my thing is Jamal can possibly be a top tier point guard. You know, you can throw him in that conversation as a top tier, and to not have him, man, that's gonna mess you up. Especially in the playoffs. You talking LeBron James possibly in the first round. Come on, man. You know how that's crazy. That's tight.
You need Joe Robin there.
You need Joe Robin there to go up against LeBron first round, and you ain't got Joe Robin. That's tough. Jokic, they can double them. They straight. You know, now Jokic's game gonna have to shift and change. So that's the thing.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be tough for this Denver team because the West is just like really loaded with so much talent. You got Utah, you got Phoenix, you got both LAs. You still gonna have to worry about regardless with LeBron lingering, his injury, and the same thing about Anthony Davis as well. So even with their new addition piece, Andre Drummond, so when you think about the whole selection of teams and talent all on these rosters, I agree with you, Nicole. I just don't see Denver making it out the first round.
It's about.
So it's going to be tough because Jokic definitely needs him. Aaron Gordon is a great piece, but not having Jamal Murray at this time is...
And Will Barton.
Hey, but the Lakers gotta keep winning and stay up there to play on first round.
Well, I mean,
because they might be going to
the
Clippers.
No, I'm not gonna be scared. The Trailblazers keep losing, so that's fine.
That's a good thing.
And that's who up under them, and so I don't think they got nothing coming.
The Trailblazers, I think, is still not
dang. He's nice.
In a 7-game series.
In a 7-game series,
I'm gonna hold my comment on Damian Lillard. I'm gonna hold.
Yes.
Wait, Steve, did you hear what he just said? Do you feel like in a 7-game series that the Trailblazers can beat the Nuggets?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Without Jamal.
No.
Without Jamal.
Yes. They can beat them.
No.
I don't know because
because Yusuf Nurkic be getting used by every big.
he do. Now
by every big.
Now that's the thing. Jokic can still be Jokic against somebody like Portland. He
Yeah.
can't be Jokic against
That's true.
Against
But in a 7-game series, it's just not gonna be enough. Jokic can average 30 against Portland. And
they was dead tired.
And it can still be 4-2.
When they had to keep coming back, like in those 7 games last year in
It's
playoffs,
not-
they was dead tired.
Yeah.
So I
Like, come on now.
And then I
they
mean,
kept saying how they was dead. Like
for them to
energy.
not have Jamal, it just Dame and them still got pieces.
Yeah.
Nurkic don't step up, but Nurkic gonna have at least one.
You
But
gotta
the
game.
Trailblazers been losing to some bums.
Trailblazers, they've been on the tear.
I ain't even know.
They been on the tear how?
They've been on the tear.
People get mad.
losing.
People get mad when I say what I say about Damian Lillard, so I'ma hold my tongue.
I appreciate that.
I'ma hold my tongue. I'ma wait till the playoffs and start talking my talk. That's what I'ma do.
Oh my God, man! Let's go ahead, man. Let's move it right along, man. Cause let's change from this Dame, talk right here, man. Now, Anthony Davis, yo boy, that's your boy. He's back. He's back. AD back. But he not looking too good, man. AD back, but he not looking too good, man. What is wrong with y'all?
Man, hoes, man.
What is
How you
wrong
not
with
looking
y'all,
too
man?
good?
He ain't looking too good, man. They kind of rusty. He's rusty right now. And so as a
haven't
result,
played it
can
too
they...
much.
I can't even get my topic out, man. Jesus. Can they hold on the 5th spot, Nicole? I'm going to let you go first because you got a lot. Go ahead.
You don't like hosting.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
They are definitely going to hold on to the 5th seed, and not just because I feel like they're going to be winning all these games, but I feel like Denver, they've been losing games here and there, and then I'm looking at the seed up under them, which is the Trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
They've been losing games as well, so it's really kind of going to be by default, in all honesty. It ain't just going to be, to me, because they just balling. I don't really care for how... I feel like Anthony Davis is rusty. I still don't know if he 100% though, and that is what concerns me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't... He looked straight in the first game, but the Lakers and the Mavericks, they playing right now, and I done seen him hop and skip and grab his leg.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't... I ain't putting no stock into it. But I do think they're gonna keep the 5th seed, but not just because they winning games or because he back. I do think it's just gonna be by default from the teams that's above them and under them.
Mm-hmm.
I just think like this, man. Of course, we can't judge this early. Our judgment to be kind of, faulty if we judge this early about how Anthony Davis is looking. His first game, he only played, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And I'm saying we can't really prejudge off a 15-minute shine, just like you said about Kevin Durant when he first came back, that we couldn't judge off his first 15
He ain't
minutes.
played 7
He
games.
dropped 30
yet.
his first game.
Straight.
And he dropped 30 his
Anyway.
first
And
game.
he hasn't
back.
been...
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Is
He
he
dropped
MVP?
30 his first game back.
Oh, okay.
is he MVP?
If he played every game,
Man, you crazy.
And if
If
it
he
was
played
a
every
5th...
game.
I ain't gotta buy you no suit. But anyways,
What you?
we
I feel like
looking.
you always trying to get something out of somebody. Remember he did that jersey
36
on the
and
Super Bowl?
6. 36 and 6.
He's not getting that.
Okay.
He ain't getting that.
We got about 15 more games.
He ain't playing. And this is my thing. Anthony Davis, we can't judge him for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I think though, when LeBron get back, I think he'll be straight. We ain't got to worry about him hobbling as much. He hobbled a couple times in the bubble too. I don't know if you remember. It was a couple
Yeah.
times. I'm like, man, God.
But not even every time I turn around, Anthony Davis is on the floor, and I just don't really understand.
He on the floor. AD might need to just go sit down somewhere.
He got to get some weight on him.
Need some weight?
Because they just flop him around. He,
weight.
you know what I'm saying? He young, so he don't went through that growth. He's so big. You know what I'm saying?
Big.
And you
He
don't
ain't
got
like-
he don't have no conditioning.
He ain't like big Marc Gasol. That's what he need to
Marc
do.
Gasol is a glacier. He
Wait
does
till
nothing.
you bring
but
up
Marc
Marc Gasol.
He a champion.
That's
Oh
disrespectful.
my
He
God.
a champion.
And AD is too.
Exactly.
Off of LeBron, but anyway.
Oh,
So
my God.
I mean, I just think the Lakers is good. I'm not going, and I know we've been talking about it the last few months. I ain't even about to get all riled up. LeBron is a different animal in the playoffs. I say it every time we talk about it. He a different animal. We good. I know they good. The Lakers is straight. And Anthony Davis, the pressure ain't going to be on him as much because when you got LeBron on the floor, he's getting everybody involved.
And you got Drummond now. I feel like that's going to mask a lot of... Not saying that...
Pistons, man.
No, but I'm just saying, when LeBron is on the court with these other pieces, I do feel like he going to make them better. They're not going to have to do as much to get their shot and just little stuff that they would have to do now that he out.
Drummond may all just retire. But anyway, man,
that's
all I got to say. That's all I gotta say, man.
Hold on.
We can move on.
Why would you say that, man?
But go ahead. I'm disrespectful.
Come on, man. I'm trying to get him on the show, man.
I told you he's not coming.
Get him on. I want to ask him why he retired for real.
He told you why.
That's
so disrespectful.
Man, Drummond was killing him, man.
That's disrespectful, man. Wow.
Do you think they're going to keep the 5th seed?
Do I think, I don't think so.
He's a hater. The Lakers.
What they gonna do?
Caruso.
I don't think the Lakers is gonna because is that who you're banking on? Oh my gosh. Do he even
Caldwell Pope?
Do he play?
Caldwell. He dropped 29 the other night. You ain't seen
it. That's good. He had a whole bunch of sorry
games. Control.
Oh my.
So what do you think they're gonna drop to the play-ins?
No. I mean, the question is, will they remain, the 5th seed? I just don't think they'll probably drop to like maybe 6, maybe even 7. I feel like it still is going to matter what LeBron James come back and play like, just like it matters about how the AD is playing. So you still got to take that into account.
But they've sustained us. But you got to think about the other teams, though. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know, but
they're losing.
When you look at that's true. But when you look at the schedule of the Lakers, which I have already seen, they have the Denvers, they got the Clippers coming up, they got Phoenix coming up, they got the Knicks who are already on a roll. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at all these certain teams that's rolling, I mean. In other conferences too,
what about Brooklyn? Brooklyn beat up just like they is. You won't be saying that.
And Kyrie got them rolling.
Barely. Don't do that.
Don't do
that. Look at his numbers.
He
played terrible last night.
Last night he was terrible.
Terrible.
He had an off game. Yeah, what about the game when he dropped 30 on the Pelicans? The game on the Pelicans.
On the who?
It's just him.
Zion.
It's just
Zion
him.
ain't even grown yet. He's 20.
Oh my God.
Zion can't even go by.
With all the talent that the Pelicans have, come on, man.
That's coaching. Don't do that.
It's coaching. What? Kyrie just didn't put on the show. Nope. So he did not put on the show.
So Stan Van Gundy not terrible.
Oh my God.
So Stan Van Gundy not terrible.
Oh my. He ain't that bad. He's not.
You gonna say that? People was wondering how he even got another coaching job. Don't do that.
Man ain't that bad.
You can out-coach them.
No, I can't.
Because you systematic.
You
saying
that to make your point.
You're a coach.
I can't. You crazy.
Man, let's move on, man. All right, man. Next topic, man, is the Knicks. They rolling. Julius Randle. He got them at the 4th seed right now, man. That's your MVP.
He's not my MVP, but
can they do it?
I do think he can be in the top 6 with the candidates. I mean, I only got about 5 people in front of him, maybe even 4. He's been balling, man. He's dropping 30-some nights. He's getting double-doubles every night. And then you're talking the New York Knicks, the Mecca. This guy has taken this team that we've been clowning the last 20 years. Literally, 23 years. Since Pat left, for real. They only had a couple. I mean, you had your couple years when Melo was there where they had a couple good runs with your boy, Mari Stoudemire now. That was straight. But, I mean, he taking a team that, they roster ain't as, deep.
Yeah, I don't know who on that team.
I mean, R.J. Barrett is probably their second best player. Yeah. D. Rose back there ain't. Yeah. And D. Rose, is D. Rose, So, I'm saying, for him to take the team that he's playing with and do what he's doing and to be a 4th seed right now, 5th seed, 4th seed, man, he playing great, man. And I like him. And, of course, he's my most improved player. I was liking Jeremy Grant over in Detroit. I was liking how Jeremy was looking. But I got to go Julius only because he got his team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Pistons, the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league.
Okay, now, my question to you is, should a team want to face them in the first round?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Because Julius play hard.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
he not gonna
and
give up.
that's the thing. Yeah, he not gonna give up. Like a Denver Nugget of last year. You know, they play hard. They not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep watching that clock. If that clock going, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
That's his mindset. He play hard. I've watched him against some of the best players in the league this year. I literally sat there and watched them because I'm surprised on how good they be.
Me too.
And I'm like, man, let me see. And he been balling.
Yeah.
He playing good, and he don't care who you is.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, man. He doing good. So I wouldn't want to play them in the first round.
What's your thoughts, Nicole?
I wouldn't want to play them in the first round for sure. I mean, they rolling. Like, for them to be the 4th seed in the East, like, yeah, they rolling. You definitely got to give credit to Julius Randle. He real tough-minded. You know what I'm saying? He been carrying the team. He been a good leader for that team. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. Guys really starting to buy into, you know what I'm saying, him. So I do like that. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that's somebody that a team really want to see in the first round because they just hungry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They done been counted out for so long. So, no, I
don't know if y'all seen it like a week ago. Y'all seen what Zion said about New York?
yeah.
He said he didn't say he a rapper, but he
Right,
said,
he just said-
I'll play if it was any other place I'd rather play besides the Pelicans. It'll be New York.
Yeah.
He would be a problem on the Pelicans on the Knicks with
I'm
that team
sick
right
they didn't
now.
draft him.
With that team right now,
They'd
and
be,
Zion,
they'd be top 2-3 seed. They already top.
they would.
Yeah,
They would.
yeah.
They
They
would.
top
They
two
would.
seed.
They would. But the fact that y'all mentioned Julius Randle and not his coach, Thibodeau,
Oh, Thibodeau's a great
doing
coach.
a heck of a job.
He's a great coach,
Yeah.
especially a defensive specialist.
Yeah.
He's a defensive specialist. I
And
mean,
they pride themselves.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta get a coach some credit on this.
Tom
Man.
Thibodeau,
Come
man.
on,
Shout
man.
out to you. I like Tom. though.
Not only that, pull Derrick Rose back. You know what I'm saying? Now he's not MVP Rose, but he's able to fill in the gap
He
of
is.
where they need it.
Where they
And
need
then the percentages for that team has gone up. He's able to facilitate at a great high level.
They
and
playing
he
good.
plays when
They playing
he's
good.
Some boys
basketball.
looking
Yeah.
real good.
They
Real
playing
good.
good
It's like everybody that
basketball.
leave Detroit, they go to a team and smash. Man. That's just
That
how
should
it
tell
is.
y'all something. I don't root for Detroit teams. The Lions, the nobody.
don't
The
care.
Pistons, me?
don't
I
care.
don't.
Oh,
I don't root for Detroit teams.
I-
Y'all do?
no.
Y'all know what's crazy, man?
Oh,
Y'all know what's crazy? I've been waiting on y'all to have a Westbrook topic. Because this guy could be averaging a triple-double again, and you don't want to have a topic. They get it every night. And they've been winning. The Wizards are creep back up.
They are.
You scared of Bradley Beal.
I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of them.
Because
They're,
KD might see Westbrook in the first
they're
round.
easily still a first round exit.
KD might see Westbrook
I
in the
wanna go
first
with
round.
easily.
Easily.
I would go with
it's
easily.
rather it's the Knicks,
Harden and
rather
KD
it's
might see
Milwaukee,
Westbrook in the
rather
first round.
it's Philly.
You scared.
Come
He
on.
gonna
I'm
get
trying to
KD
argue
buckets.
with you, and you scared.
What did you say?
Trying to
You're not
argue with
saying
you.
nothing for me to
Man,
argue.
go ahead and
Hey,
host.
what you got?
Host.
What you got? What you got?
Go ahead and host the show, man.
Come on, man. I ain't got nothing.
Host the show. You
Man,
scared
that
of
nigga-
Westbrook. That's
Oh
what I
my
got.
gosh. Ain't nobody scared of Westbrook. He looking good.
He gonna
I
get
like what
KD
he
buckets.
doing.
You gonna
I
get
like what
KD
he
buckets.
He's
and
still
Harden.
mad. No,
And
for real,
Harden.
was he still mad?
Oh,
Yeah.
with KD.
Yeah. He's so
And
he
Harden.
anytime he play them and he gonna talk, listen.
I love it. I love it because the
Yeah.
league needed, just like what
For
we were
real.
saying last episode.
Yeah.
You know, the league needs that fire, and
I
I feel
hate
like
that soft
KD
stuff.
needed. You know what I'm saying? That stuff needed in sports. You know what I'm saying? Everybody too buddy. Like Steve, like he be trying to kiss on people when we out there
Not you
hooping
be
and stuff
trying to-
like that. But I gotta rough him up. Come on, Dave, what are we doing?
What
What are you doing?
Talking
That's
about?
how
Come
you
on,
be.
man. Come on,
Disrespectful. This is national
Oh,
TV.
man, let's go ahead and move. I hate to pour your
Nasty.
personal business, man.
Nasty.
Man,
Man, host the
Man,
show.
let's go ahead, man. Let's get to our last topic, man. Derrick Chauvin, you know, he awaits his sentencing, you know, after being found guilty on all 3 charges. You know, I want to hear y'all thoughts on, you know, how did that, you know, did it affect you guys, or like how was your feeling at that moment, you know, finding out that a man who literally had a live modern day lynch, you know, he got finally convicted on all 3 counts, man. What y'all got?
Man, I just, you know, shout out to, you know, the George Floyd's family, you know, for getting justice in this matter. I'm happy for him. I know it's been a long, almost a whole year of having to deal with this, but for real, man, shout out to them, man. I'm happy for them. And of course, they had our prayers all year, especially when it first happened. Myself, I marched on many of occasions after this happened. The I'm Still Breathing marches and things like that. So to stand up for this to happen, man, I'm actually happy that something that I was a part of in my march has came to pass. You get what I'm saying? So that's my thing, man. That's my spill on it. For them to get justice. And, for this, we don't see this every day. We see the crime happen, a lot, and we don't see a family getting justice. And, of course, I've heard a lot of people say, man, we don't even need police officers, how they treat people. And I've seen a lot of police brutality over the years, a lot of videos that has disappointed me, broken my heart. But for them to get justice, man, I'm a happy man. I seen everybody on social media, happy, excited. And, again, man, shout out to them. And, of course, we still praying for them because that still don't replace that soul. Right. That still don't replace that life, they loved one. It's still not enough. All the money that they receive, it's not enough. It don't replace somebody that you actually lost, But for them to still get that, at least this little bit of justice, man, kudos to them.
Nicole?
I agree. It definitely, just affected me by me having a son myself, brothers, just, men in my life, black men in my life. So to see their family be able to get a little bit of justice, by him being, found guilty, the process still going. He's still waiting to be sentenced. So I'm sure that'll be a different matter and bring about different emotions once that time comes. But I do feel like in that moment, it was just good to see because it's just unfortunate that us, as African Americans can literally be doing little to nothing, you know what I'm saying, and lose our lives. And some people think that is justified or, nobody's not going to be held accountable. So I do think it's about accountability and, he didn't get a break. He doesn't deserve a break, you know what I'm saying, for what he did. It was very unnecessary. Sure. It just could have been handled in a different type of way. And like you said, George Floyd's family, they're still mourning the loss of their loved one. And, constantly just seeing videos circulate and then, for a long time it felt like their loved one was on trial. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I do feel like, that the jury was just able to see that this was wrong, no matter who did it. Yeah, it was by a police officer. And, I'm somebody who, I do think that the police are necessary. I just don't like some of the ways, you know what I'm saying, of some of the police officers. I feel like, do your job, protect and serve. And there are still good officers. I have friends that are officers, and just previously working at 911. So yeah. I kind of know just like a little bit about what they deal with and what they go through. So I'm, happy that we were able to be living to see something like that, you know what I'm saying, come to pass.
Yeah, for sure. It's more like a sign of relief. It just kind of like, it makes you feel better. Not necessarily because he's just going to jail, but just because it was carried the correct way to the point where we all can agree that this was wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That this was just not cool, black or white, regardless. It's just not wrong. And so the fact that, it's sad once again, that the family has lost a loved one, you know what I'm saying? And it's so impactful because it feels like we all have lost him. You know what I'm saying? Like as if he was a part of all of us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a piece of us has left with him. That's how impactful it was, his death. You know what I'm saying? Since his death. And, I've seen a lot of posts, and heard a lot of prayers and just listening to people, crying and, just happy that, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And so it feels good to know that, this was carried out in a way better fashion than most or as the latest. But it just feels good to know that, I'm just sorry for his family. Still prayers go out to them. His family, his friends, even most of us who also felt like he was a part of us once again. But that ends our episode of Triple Double today, man. We thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Steve, Sean, Nicole, I love you guys.